It's dark outside and the stars are out just before daybreak. There's important life inside the barn just past the manger that needs your attention. It's your kids. You left them in the barn, but that is okay because that's where they belong. Dairy goats are an increasingly popular way to get milk, raise funds, and a variety of other useful things. My name is Seth Stevenson, and I live and work on dairy goats. Today I'm going to inform you how to raise dairy goats. First, I'm going to tell you about dairy goats' basic needs. Second, I'm going to tell you about breeding. And third, I will explain the milking process. First, I'm going to tell you about dairy goats' basic needs. Just like all life, dairy goats require the same things that we do as far as shelter, food, and water. So when it comes to building a shelter for dairy goats, you're just looking for an open-ended barn, anything they can stay inside and stay dry from all the elements from.
Right.
Because goats don't like they don't they don't like rain and just getting wet in general. So they will use the shed and stay in there, especially if it's raining. An article called Raising Goats on farminfo.org states that goats can survive on bushes, trees, desert scrub, and aromatic herbs. And although this is true, chances are that you do not have enough of these sources available around your area and where you live. So you will need to supplement with dairy grain. It's about half a pound of grain a day per goat. We have several different goats, so we use half a pound for each one of them. So it's about 4 scoops is what we use and fill up a trough with. They go crazy over it. They love to eat that dairy food. Let me tell you. Alfalfa hay is another thing that we use that they can eat. We have another trough that we keep inside their pen that we fill up with alfalfa hay. This is also good for great nutrients, and just normal hay in general is something they'll eat. We have a couple buckets that we hang up, and they'll just eat the buckets. Always keep hay in there. Always keep that full, and then usually just feed them in the morning or whenever you're milking the dairy grains. When it comes to water, make sure they have plenty of fresh water. Uh, they will drink, especially if it's hot. They will go right through it. So just be sure to just keep their water buckets full with fresh water. Now that I told you about the dairy goat's basic needs, I'm going to tell you about breeding. Um, Obviously, it's important breeding because this is how you're going to increase your flock. You can get more animals, which you can sell or trade with as well.
Barter.
Barter. And then also, after they have their kids, this allows obviously milk production. And you can use this milk for yourself and for various different ways. Breeding season is normally every year. They are annual breeders, and this is going to be around fall, winter time. When they're pregnant. They're pregnant for 5 months of gestation. Excuse me. Texas A&M AgriLife Extension confirms that does, which is the female goats, often safely have 2 to 4 kids per kidding. In their article on raising goats in East Texas. I can vouch for that. We had several new mothers this past season. We averaged probably about 2 or 3. We didn't hit the 4 mark though. Normally the mother's going to take care of the kids as soon as they're born. They'll clean them up and they'll accept them. Sometimes they don't. A goat raiser must observe and interact with goats from time to time to ensure adequate nutrition and optimal health. It's a wise quote written by the Stock Shop in a Beginner's Guide to Raising Goats. Again, this is important because sometimes the mothers will not accept their kids. If you notice that they're abandoning them and not cleaning them up, then it's going to be on you to take care of them. Now that I told you about dairy goats' basic needs and breeding, I'm going to inform you about milk. Get ready for goat milking. Again, after they have their kids and they start producing milk. There's several ways you can do it. Old school ways, obviously by hand. We have a machine that we use, we hook up the goats with, and we let the machine, it'll literally milk them into a can that we have. Always make sure the udder's washed before you put it on the machine. You'll clean it with a wipe. After we have a canister of milk, we have to filter the milk, and so we actually have a few jars, and we'll use a little coffee filter, and we'll filter it. It gets filtered through the machine as well. It's got a built-in filter. We'll clean the buckets from there. An article about dairy goats written by the ADGA, it states that those who are allergic to cow milk may tolerate and thrive on goat milk. So this is very helpful because it's a great alternative for people who are allergic to milk. There's a few different things you can do with it. You can drink it. When you sell it to other people, though, it's not regulated. So if you sell raw milk, so you have to be sure that you let them know and sign a waiver that's only for pet consumption. But if it's your own milk, who's to say, right? You can make cheese with it. You can also make soap with it. Um, so that, again, there's a few different things you can do. So today I have informed you about how to raise dairy goats. We talked about dairy goats' basic needs, breeding, and the milking process. Um, there is a certain kind of satisfaction that comes with raising kids from the first time you look into their newborn eyes to the last drop of precious milk in the bucket. I can assure you there's nothing more satisfying or rewarding than raising dairy goats.
Can we answer questions?